And these Democrats are fighting hard to keep their slaves on the plantation. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised they had to send out the damn bloodhounds with the torches and the white sheets. Oh, spare me. These people are fighting tooth and nail to keep their slaves. They, 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 they don't care what they say. They don't care how it looks. They don't care what you think of what they say. And I know this because Gavin Newsom, aka Patrick Bateman, look that up, went on the Sean Ryan show just a few days ago, I think it was, and said very plainly that California can't function without illegal aliens. They run the amusement parks, they run the construction sites, they run the hospitality, the hotels, they work in the hospitals, they work in city government, they are everywhere. Have you seen the videos lately that people who live in California are posting of the interstates that are practically empty? Why is that? Some of the busiest highways in Los Angeles. I think it's the I-10 or the I-5 or something. I don't remember. I don't live there, but they are posting videos, and there's hardly anybody on the street. Nobody's out. Were they the problem all along with the congestion? Because that's what I'm used to seeing on TV is completely congested and nowhere to, you sit in traffic for hours and hours. And now you just fly where you got to go. See, they have reached the point that that they don't care what they say. They don't care what you think about what they say. They need to keep their slaves on the plantation. That's it. They they've thrown all caution to the wind. Uh, all bets are off, bro. So you got useless eaters like LaMonica MacGyver, who are she's being used and abused. She doesn't even realize it, but she's willing to go to jail. She's willing to go to jail for illegal aliens who hate her. That's really strange to me. She is still in trouble. Um, Remember, she assaulted ICE agents there in New Jersey at the ICE facility there. She thought it would be cute to use her lead belly as a weapon. Oh my God. So, she's probably going to be working at Popeye's Chicken. She's not going to win another election. You don't work for the people of your district. Do you realize these members of Congress have forgotten literally the only reason that they are paid $175,000 a year and all of the federal perks, all of the days off, all of the publicity, the prestige, the power that goes along with being a congressional rep on the federal level? You are there to represent your district. That's it. Not to go on TV all the time and push your own ideologies. You are there to be the voice of the people because, 700,000 people in your district can't all show up in DC at the same time. That's why you're there. So if your views and your ideological construct is all, socialism and communism, you don't represent your district. So these Southern Dixie Democrats, they have never changed. They've changed is they traded their white sheets for Christian Louboutin shoes and a $3,000 business suit. They are still the same Democrats who used to burn crosses in the front yards of black people who opposed them. They're still in power. They have been the same. They have never changed. It's just now they're using black people like LaMonica McIver and that troglodyte down there in Texas, Jasmine Shanquisha Alizé Jenkins Crockett. They're using her as a prop, and every single day that passes, she says more and more absolutely moronic things. Keep going, because they seem to think you are presidential material. Yeah, keep going. You're being used, you moron. They don't like you. These illegals you support, they don't like you. They talk shit about us. You think I haven't heard it? I have. I know what the derogatory terms are. Somebody taught me. So I know what to do if I hear it in public. Because they speak in their own language when they're around you. They don't speak English. Even though President Trump has declared that English is the official language of this country, they will still speak in their own language because they're talking shit about you. These Democrats are trying desperately to keep their slaves. Karen Bass, Cuban. She's not an FBA. That is really strange that she has not been outed for what she really is. All the trips she came back to Cuba to train for communism. She started a communist group there in California, and somehow people believe that she's black. That is so weird. She's Cuban, by the way. Whatever. These individuals are fighting to keep their slaves who come mostly from Mexico, Central, and South America. It's just not black folks this time, but they are slaves nonetheless. That's the only reason they are fighting for them. They don't give a shit about them. They care about the votes, they care about the census, they care about the cheap labor. That's it. That's all.
Welcome, everyone. Thought I'd do another best of Kennedy, Karen Kennedy. It's funny that she has the name Karen, but she's a good, real good person. Chatted with her, tried to get her on. It's never worked out. Next clip is the free state of Wyoming versus the communist landscape, formerly known as Colorado. That's where she lives, by the way.
Weekend, I got to go to Cheyenne Frontier Days up in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And let me tell you, coming from Colorado, that was definitely a winning experience. Didn't get to go to the rodeo and all that, but just to walk around Cheyenne, Wyoming, and to breathe the free air, to go to stores where there are plastic grocery bags, not paper or those weird bags made in China that are like $4 or $5 a piece that you never ever even remember to take to the store when you need them. So you have to keep buying these stupid fucking bags over and over and over. It felt so good to breathe the free air of the great state of Wyoming. Mark Gordon, Governor Gordon, God bless you, brother. Harriet Hageman, Congresswoman Harriet Hageman, um, who unseated that wretch of an individual, that bedraggled sea hag, that wrinkled up old Miss Piggy, Liz Cheney. Thank God she's gone. Harriet Hageman, I met her at
She
the
holds nothing
Conservative
back.
Summit 2-3 years ago, and when she had first got elected, and she is salt of the earth, just amazing woman doing amazing things for the state of Wyoming. And God, it was so good to breathe free air. I went for the pancake breakfast,
Who's
and
all here?
I call them freedom cakes.
Well, hi, John.
And they gave out little things of
Hopefully you're feeling
blueberries.
better,
So I had freedom cakes
even the
and
sore throat.
Liberty berries. It was just amazing. Even the people, the caliber of people, these ranchers and farmers and cowboys and cowgirls, it was just amazing. Nobody was fat and out of shape and weird and high and standing there looking all stupid. And methed out. It just doesn't happen. There's no homeless people laying around Cheyenne's capital. And no drug needles laying around. It doesn't smell like pee downtown like Denver. That's what happens when Republicans and true conservatives are in charge of a state. It doesn't get run into the damn ground like Colorado has. And these weird posts with this squishy ass, fruity ass governor of Colorado walking around the state, the governor's mansion doing weird shit while the city and the state of Colorado continues to suffer. This weirdo, you know what? I don't even give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care about him. I got to breathe the free air of Wyoming. And it was absolutely amazing. The men were just freaking fine as hell. Oh my God. These were real cowboys. Like everybody was just handsome. The girls were beautiful. The young girls, the cowgirls, just beautiful. Just, I it was like a different world. Nobody was dressed in weird drag or any kind of bullshit. Nobody just looked zonked out. There were no junky cars driving around. Everybody's got a nice big truck. Oh, did I mention plastic grocery
I bet you the
bags?
gas is cheaper there.
Plastic bags. Man, if I could do that once a month or so, I might be able to tolerate Colorado a little bit longer.
Yeah.
If I can go and breathe the free air of the great state of Wyoming. Thank you, Cheyenne,
It's a little
for your
cold in the winter, though.
hospitality.
So,
Thank you.
so
It was
anyways.
quite a vacation.
Yeah, it's a little cold in the winter there, though. It's good other than that. Summers are pretty nice, I hear. In any case, next one I labeled reuse. I was going to say about the plastic bags. You can't have the plastic bags anymore at grocery stores, but the stores a lot of times will sell you these bags, reusable bags. So they work pretty good, but it sure is a pain. A lot of times on the jobs we used to use those plastic bags for things on construction jobs to cover something so water wouldn't get into it and that kind of stuff, like uh, tops of pipes or something you don't want stuff going down into. And now you can't, you haven't got anything, you gotta buy something until the month, pretty much. All right, the next one's about Shannon Sharpie fired from ESPN. I don't remember this one, but
I
she'll
was
talk about it.
not going to talk about this because, frankly, this is just not in my wheelhouse. I don't care about entertainment news and celebrity news and things of that sort. It's not in my wheelhouse. It doesn't interest me in the least. But this one is a cautionary tale. Shannon Sharp, what the hell are you doing, bro? What's up? You've heard the commentary. I don't need to go and do a deep dive. I'm not going to because I just don't care about it that much. But it definitely needs uh, some of the finer points discussed. And apparently, he got hooked up and got into somewhat of a relationship with an OnlyFans um, individual who was she's like 19 years old. Shannon Sharp is what, 55, 56 years old. And whatever. I'm sure all the dudes who have been patting him on the back and high fiving him and shit for, dating a girl in that age group. Bitch, the only reason she did is because you got money. You look like her grandfather. Well, okay, on the black side. Anyhow,
Oh, it'll
you have
take a
nothing in
while,
common.
John.
Literally nothing. You're decades away from her. You don't, nothing jives. It's so weird that this even happened. And now, come to find out, yesterday or just this morning, he got fired from ESPN. They nuked his contract. So he's not even going to have that gig. And he just settled with this hoe for like, you know, it's an undisclosed amount, but she sued for $50 million. So I'm sure she got somewhere close to that just so he could still buy a pack of hot dogs and some cigarettes because that's all he's going to be able to afford at this point. He has had to cancel um, many of his speaking engagements. He was going on some shows. He's not going to be able to do that because now he's like the scarlet letter. Nobody wants anything to do with him because, you know, he's been accused of rape. And oh my gosh, she's an innocent little white girl, and you took advantage of her. And, you know, she claims all this stuff over here that he abused her and that he humiliated her in public.
Yeah,
And,
December
you
would
know,
have been
he
pretty
did all
damn
this
cold
stuff to
there.
her and made her do like
February
gross
even
sexual
worse.
things. Bitch, you was on OnlyFans. Shut the fuck up. Stop acting like you met in
They know
church
how to work there in
and you're a
Wyoming.
poor innocent little flower fucking around with a 56-year-old man. Get your monkey ass out of here. But you know what, bitch? Congratulations, you gold digging little heifer. Because now you don't have to work for the rest of your pathetic existence. Go buy your little Lamborghini Urus. Go buy your little Aventor. Go on and buy your luxury cars. And now she's talking about she teased on Instagram, you know, oh, you know, more is coming from me, you know, because, you know, you have to hear from me. And, you know, most of the comments are filled with black folks, honestly, FBAs like myself. I don't comment, but I'm doing that right here in this space right here to say this was stupid. I was here in Colorado and I witnessed that Kobe Bryant saga when he hooked up with that little funny looking simple bitch here in Colorado when he was playing a championship game with the Lakers years ago. Yeah, I watched Kobe Bryant flying back and forth into Colorado to um, deal. Sorry, that was a bug. To deal with that whole thing with that bitch. And she's such a homely, simple looking little. She's not a glamour queen, and neither is this Shannon Sharp messing with this little homely looking white girl. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? 56 and you messing around with somebody who just graduated from a high school? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna leave that part alone. Um, but you know, dudes pat each other on the back about this shit. But you go right ahead because this is a cautionary tale and a lesson to all of you who think about going this route. This is probably not worth it in the end for a little ooh ah and to slap this bitch on the ass a couple of times. You're going to spend the rest of your pathetic existence paying her back for something she said you did that she can't prove, and you can't prove the contrary. But guess what? She's got all your money that you made for over the last 2 decades. The one of the most prolific running backs in the
Both are
history of
liberals?
the
Wow.
NFL game in football. And this is what you're reduced to. Oh, get this. Oh, everybody will be happy to hear this. My goodness
Both of
gracious.
your kids, John?
This is entertainment news.
I
Wow.
hope they wake up at some point.
Let's look at this story because this is pretty interesting. Um, oh, yeah. She is announcing Shannon Sharp's rape accuser, Gabriella Zuniga, announces she is retiring from OnlyFans at 19 years old. Well, hallelujah, past the punch. Congratulations, Shannon
She'll be
Sharp.
back.
You just made the biggest donation in history. Project O. Project O. Wow. Good God Almighty. Well, the state of Colorado and the city of Denver continues to fall into financial, cultural, social, and physical and financial ruin. Uh, you'll be happy to
You
know
got
that
Democrats
according
in
to
power, that's
Denver
why.
7 News, MSU Denver is set to launch Colorado's first mariachi degree. Wow, that's great.
I don't even know what the hell
Yeah,
that
you
is.
heard me right. A mariachi band degree. I'm all for culture and things of this sort, but
Are you saying both of your kids are liberal, John?
I'm not going to advocate for or participate in some African drum beating school as a degree program. Because, see, this is it's such a train wreck that I looked to see how much this is going to cost for tuition, and they don't even have a number yet. But they're so excited. They, meaning MSU, Metro State University, the city of Denver, of course, because diversity, equity, and inclusion, and all that bullshit. They're going to waste more taxpayer money for a mariachi degree that you're not going to be able to get a job with. It's just as bad as a women's studies degree or African studies degree, something that is completely socially disconnected and stupid. This is a waste of money. Do you know what is coming back now? That is what I learned in high
Wow.
school and what we learned in high school in previous years: welding, woodworking, carpentry, plumbing, truck driving, even. Well, I said welding. Um, you know,
Are they trans, John?
these are blue collar jobs, oil and gas, even underwater scuba divers, like for underwater welders. Like, these people are making over 200 grand a year. I, like, it doesn't pay to go to some college and take something stupid. I don't care if anybody gets mad about this. You can have your cultural enrichment. That's great and that's wonderful. I it's fine. But a degree program that American
Who's all
taxpayers are going to be on the hook for,
Who's all here? Just say hi or something so I know who's here.
because it's going to go through grants and loans, and people are going to spend enormous amounts of money on these programs that they'll never be able to get a job. What? A mariachi? It's a degree program now through Metro State in Denver, because they just can't find anything else to spend their money on. Even though the mayor, Mike Johnston, is just spent $3 million on an ad campaign to tell Coloradans to stop eating meat. Eat the bugs. You will own nothing.
Colorado has a lot of ranches, and they're going to get rid of the farms that way.
And you will be happy. Sick out, motherfucker. Because that's how they roll here in Colorado. And they call Trump a Nazi. Yeah, I get it.
That's where all the white liberals
Even though
move.
this state is
I
$2 billion
call him.
or more in the red, in the hole, because they rolled out the red carpet for the illegals, of course, for the last 4 years. And this dumb governor thought that he was going to get a big payout because he bet the house on Kamala. Um, and now you're not getting the federal money. So it's really a shame that Colorado is spending more money on useless, wasteful, abusive programs to get people all hyped up about a mariachi degree. This is stupid. Get into a field that's going to pay you some money. Auto mechanic, that's another good one. Stop with this crazy cultural,
Construction.
social bullshit. It's an experiment that failed.
No amnesty is the next one.
Amnesty bill, the Dignity Act. That's something that we got to talk about, because it's going to come back around. I know there's a lot of other news going on right now. We are in fire hose mode. It's coming from everywhere, but this is very important because it is going to come up. And um, the president gauges kind of MAGA, and to see what the room in the temperature in the room is. And this is one of those issues where there are just lines in the sand that are drawn, and people aren't budging yet. Now, uh,
Hi, Benny.
it's an issue that
There's a
we knew
bear.
was
Hi,
going to
Benny.
come up, because now
That's
it's
right.
at the
Pronounce it.
point where 50, 60 years of this shit, and now it absolutely has to be dealt with, because we have had years and years and years of politicians promising that they were going to handle this issue, and they never did. They got in Congress, they got their job, they got their cushy position, they got their credit cards on the federal dime, they got all of the perks, they got the presidential car service, they got the $174,000 salary. They're good. They don't care about it no more. But see, now it's got to be addressed. So the Dignity Act, Maria Elvira Salazar, she's one of them. Alex Padilla, she's of Florida. Alex Padilla, he is California rep. And they have both been pushing one type of no amnesty or another. And I got a couple of things I'm going to go over because they matter. Um, she is talking about in her Dignity Act of 2025, which is a supposed revision of the Dignity Act of 2023 when Biden and Harris were still in there, that of course did not get passed. And I wonder why. Put a pin in that. Okay, so now they're back with the Dignity Act of 2025, right? And under that, Maria Elvira Salazar, talks about Border Security for America Act. We don't need you for that. I have said this before. We don't need you for that, Elvira.
Whenever they pass something like Border Security Act and they're a leftist, what they're basically doing is changing the rules so they can get more in. That's basically what they're doing. They'll put a great name on it, this and that, and it'll be bullshit.
We don't need you for that. President Trump secured the border in 6 freaking weeks. So what would not and could not be done by any politician in 60 years, he did in 6 weeks. So spare me. We don't need you to do line items on border security. President Trump already handled it. You're welcome. So I'm skipping over that. Asylum reform, I'm skipping over that because the asylum system is so absolutely stupid that it doesn't hold any meaning. These illegal aliens have been told in their own country before they even get here, when they come across the Darien Gap or when they were flown in here on private jets for the last 4 years, you have to say, oh, that you have a credible fear. That phrase, that one sentence, credible fear, if you say you have a credible fear, oh, I can't go back because that dude's going to kick me in the ass. And then they were just granted, okay, here you go, come in, here's all your benefits. So all they had to do was say they have a credible fear of returning to their home country, and they were given a pass, no problem. So I'm not going over that right now, but what I am going to talk about on down is she's got on here mandatory e-verify. Yeah, we already have a form of that has not been working, but I'll move on from there. uh, so dignity and American promise, this is where she starts talking about um, the dreamers and the dream act, uh,
Here we go
and
again.
DACA. Excuse you, Maria Elvira Salazar, but the Supreme Court already kicked DACA back in the dirt. DACA is done. The Supreme Court already decided on that. So all this dreamer bullshit, we don't want to hear it. You still got dreamer shit in this
Amen.
Dignity Act, and it's of no substance. So she's talking about um, DHS may require an application fee that does not exceed $1,140. Bloody, bloody, blase. I'll do more in depth. I'll do a spaces on this because it's hard to just do a short 5 to 7 minute video on this. There's so much to unpack, but I'm working on it. She says the Dignity Program. The bill establishes a 7-year deferred action program that would grant employment and travel authorization to illegals who have been continuously in the United States since 31 December 2020. No. Um, blah 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 blah. Fines. Under the program, participants must pay a $7,000 total fine in restitution over 7 years of the program. So $1,000 a year. Okay. Yeah. The fines are deposited in the American Worker Fund so they can get it right back at a certain amount of time. Fuck off, dude. Look, no, I'm not reading no more of this shit because this video is people don't have an attention span longer than 6 minutes. But here's what's going to happen. This is going to get introduced and it's going to go nowhere because the Democrats, because, it has to be considered nonpartisan, or excuse me, it has to be considered bipartisan because, oh my God, even the Democrats are going to sign up with this. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No, they're not. No, they're not. You're going to introduce this. And by the time you introduce it, the Democrats are going to look over it and say, no, that's racist. That has to be taken out. That's racist. That has to go. That's racist. That's homophobic. That's xenophobic. That doesn't, no. And before long, there's nothing left. We know how this works. We saw what it took to get the big, beautiful bill passed that almost didn't pass.
Hi, Marianne.
President Trump had to physically walk over to Congress to beat these people to their socks to get them to do what they promised. Okay? So this is not going to work. This is not going to work. The Democrats are not going to agree to any of this. They will not agree to anything that is not complete and total open borders, giving these people billions of dollars in benefits and them staying here forever and ever. Amen. No. Mass
and they'll screw over the vets.
Deportations. It has to happen, or the American citizens are going to continue to get raked over the coals with this economy, with the past 4 years of this horrific inflation under Biden and Harris, because the illegals were taking up all the housing. They were taking up all the medical and healthcare system. They were drowning out the welfare system. They got to go home. They can't be self-reliant. And President Trump is shutting all of the avenues and the paths for them to get government assistance on the state level and the federal level.
For the illegals.
Excuse you. There is no need for them to continue to be here. They have to leave and they have to apply like I would have to apply to go to their country. Okay? No amnesty. I hate it for you, but they got to go home. No amnesty. They cannot stay here.
100% agree, 100%. Vibrant homeless residents are moving downtown Denver.
Oh. I am in a suburb of Denver.
Suburb,
and I guess the homeless people are not staying in Denver anymore. They're in the wealthier part. This is Lakewood. So vibrant. So vibrant. So vibrant. Denver is so vibrant. Look at this. Where did all these homeless people come from? They migrated from Denver. You know why? Because you can catch the bus. Oh, there's some more. So vibrant. So vibrant. Yep. $800,000 homes in this neighborhood. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Beautiful apple trees. Look at this. There's big, beautiful homes back here with acres. Area. 1 to 2 acres of land. Yeah. And it's very vibrant. So, today I am Do Better Denver, and this is vibrant. The Denver homeless people are coming to the, and now he's yelling. Great. Probably had a meth fit or something. I am Do Better Denver today. Your thugalicious Do Better Denver. And now the homeless people are coming from Denver because they can just catch the 16 down callbacks from downtown because they're kicking them out of downtown because, Mike Johnston is playing games. But yeah, anyway, this is Thugalicious Do Better Denver reporting live.
All right, next one's illegal aliens in Colorado Springs ran into the ice.
So I'm sure you've heard by now that there was a targeted ICE enforcement down in Colorado Springs. That is 80 miles south of Denver. And it went awry because two illegal aliens rammed their truck into an ICE vehicle during a targeted operation. A targeted operation, they only do this right now when they have final removal orders from a judge. That is considered due process. A lot of these people have had final removal orders for years and they've just ignored it. And they've kept on just staying here and
Getting freebies.
being able to fly under the radar. So anyway, they have not, to my knowledge, caught these individuals as yet. They rammed probably a stolen vehicle into
They're
the
trying
ICE
to.
agents. The ICE agents shot back at them, and they have not been able to track them down.
Marianne, they are trying to rise up in a lot of these countries, but a lot of the people in power are fighting against them, especially like in England, France, Germany's real bad. Here in Canada, um, somewhat here in America. Uh, not not as much here in America as some of those other places. I mean, they've got a better stronghold because they can censor what they post and say, and they're actually arresting people in England. 30 people a day. It's unreal for what they're posting.
But these individuals that they went for had final removal orders already. So please spare me the bullshit about due process. Uh, this area that they went to was a housing development, new construction site in a little community known as Black Forest. Black Forest, the homes start around seven, eight, $900,000. They price you out. They don't have little social service offices and, let's help the poor and help feed the poor. No, if you cannot afford to live here, we don't want you here. They price you out. So Black Forest is building this new community, this new little area in their community. And probably everybody who was on the construction site was an illegal alien. So they were going to
I hear
clean
you,
up.
Miriam.
Now, I'm not even sure if ICE was able to detain those they were after because of this commotion and because of the dumb protesters. Anybody who is involved with alerting individuals to interfere with federal operations that are in progress needs to go to jail. That
Amen.
includes you, Mackenzie Bezos, bitch. You ain't got nothing better to do with all that money that Jeff left you. What are you mad? Because he left you for somebody who looks halfway decent and you're just a basic bitch. Anyway, I thought I'd throw that in there. She's just one of several. And everybody from the top, bottom to the top to the bottom, everybody who is involved in alerting individuals to show up and protest and do all this crap needs to go to jail. Okay? Because it's going to happen. This is going to keep happening. They are not going to stop what they're doing because you whine, bitch, moan, and complain. But um, it, it doesn't matter where it is. In an affluent community, if you are a company that is hiring these people, harboring these people, ultimately it's going to go up the ladder. But this
Yeah,
little
Marianne, I'm trying to
community,
have her come on as a
um,
guest. Hasn't ever
protesters,
worked
of course,
out.
started showing up because they get alerted. Anybody who makes these software
She's
programs
2 hours
and these
behind
apps,
me.
they need to be arrested as well because this is interfering. Why is it that nobody shows up like this for American citizens who get in trouble? When American citizens have what is the equivalent of or similar to the final removal orders for illegal aliens, American citizens get what's known as a warrant. Okay? I don't ever recall politicians showing up to cheerlead for Americans who have been in trouble. I also don't recall seeing them um, show up and advocate for Americans who are in the prison system to make sure that the facilities are up to par. But they sure go down to Alligator Alcatraz, don't they? Because, you know, it's got to be a luxury accommodations for the illegal foreigners. This shit has to stop. Colorado Springs is just another example of how this could be very, very easy. We wouldn't even know this was going on if it wasn't for all these damn stupid ass protesters and the others, like these criminals who ram their vehicle. It's probably stolen into the ICE vehicle. Anyway, that's what's happening. Haven't heard that they've even been caught yet. They're probably roaming around Denver by now. Um, but now it's in Black Forest, in the wealthy neighborhoods. Maybe something will be done about it now. Who knows?
That's what happens normally when where they get it. They put them into the liberal neighborhoods, and then they can have them there. So
Good God Almighty, Lord have mercy, Jesus. It is happening. The governor of the great state of Texas issued, in conjunction with the Texas legislature, issued arrest warrants for the absent Democrats who
this is from a couple weeks ago, but it's a good one.
took off knowingly over the weekend, knowingly took off and abdicated their responsibilities as sitting members of Congress. And now they're playing violins on MSDNC, CBS, ABC, you know, the usual Jezebel, whore, Sodom and Gomorrah media who are defending them. Now they are playing violins in the background. They want everybody to feel sorry for them. Oh my God, look at they're persecuting me. Look at they're persecuting me. All I was doing was defending democracy against Trump, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. No, you weren't. No, wait a minute. Hold up. If you work in the private sector, if you are a no call and no show, you don't show up for work, what happens to you? You lose your job. You were warned. You were warned. You better get your broke ass back here. You ignored it because you thought you could hide behind big ass JB Pritzker, which is easy to do because there's a lot of him to go around. Let me tell you. But you thought you could hide behind him and his big donors and Kathy Hochul, the psycho Mary Kay lady, who is not doing her job in New York because she is hanging out in Illinois trying to stand her ground against Trump. We will not be silent. Shut up. Shut up. Fix that grill. Shut up. So let me tell you, they quorum was not reached. The head of the House in Texas went on earlier and did a roll call. It was all done with due process. They did a roll call, rang the bell, and those who were not present, and they knew that they were not going to be present and unaccounted for, now you have arrest warrants sent out because this was not just about redistricting. This special session was called not just for the purpose of redistricting, but there was also funding for the Texas floods. Remember that? That literally just happened like a month ago. Children were lost in these massive floods. Remember, people have lost everything, their homes, their businesses, their cars. People couldn't go back to work. There are still infrastructure issues that need to be repaired. I mean, people's home, they lost everything. So this special session was to get money to these folks who need the funding to start building their lives again. So it wasn't just about redistricting. Also, there was a line item in there concerning preventing human trafficking and helping victims of human trafficking. Okay, please tell me again how Democrats are so supportive of women and children and how they're helping the common man. You are your actions speak much louder than your words ever could. You're not there voting on very um, important issues that concern your constituents. You're a sitting member of Congress and you didn't show up to work. Oh, by the way, you flew on a private jet at taxpayer expense to abdicate your responsibilities. And then now you want people to feel sorry for you. So Jasmine Shaquisha Alizé Jenkins and Al Green are likely, as they should, going to lose their seats. Which she should have lost her seat
I
anyway.
can't
She's not
wait.
working for the people of, I think it's Texas District 40. She's not working for them. She's working for herself. She came
A few
into
less
Congress
commies
with
in Congress.
$42.73. And now the heifer has a $10 million condo. I mean, she has fancy cars that she charges to the American taxpayer, by the way. She doesn't pay it herself. Why should she? She can charge it to the taxpayers because that's what they do. What? 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 So, anyway, the arrest warrants have been issued for these people because they did not show up for work. You should hold yourselves to a higher standard, not hide behind your members of Congress title bullshit. And by the way, the redistricting for that issue, let's just put that to bed. Again, it is not racist or white supremacy or um, authoritarian or, orange man bad for the state of Texas to redraw those lines like, oh, I don't know, Illinois has done, New Mexico has done, New York has done, California has done. You know, redistricting for me, but not for thee, I guess is the whole thing because that's how they roll. What's racist, what is the crime, is you stealing my vote, which they have done here in Colorado, you stealing my vote and handing it to somebody who just got here from Honduras or Nicaragua some damn where. That's what's criminal. You diluting my vote and stealing my vote and giving it to somebody else, or the extensive identity theft that goes on with giving social security numbers, birth dates, and other identifying factors to illegals to make sure that they vote for you to keep you people in office. So now that finally
They do that so they could get Social Security for the rest of their life too.
the
They
Republicans
steal
are
people's Social
strong arming
Security,
yo ass
especially
like
after they
you've been
die.
doing for God knows how long, you can't take it. So now, guess what? You didn't heed my warning this morning. I said, get your monkey ass back to Texas. You know what? I don't give a crap at this point. You don't need to have that seat. You all need to be fired without question. We'll see how far this goes, but at this juncture, the arrest warrants have been issued. They can send the sergeant at arms to Illinois to come and grab you and bring you back so these ballot measures can be voted on and the people of the great state of Texas can have what they need despite your absence and your absolute petulant freakouts. do your damn job. But we're glad to see that at least something's being done. Arrest warrants have been issued for the Democrats who fled the state of Texas.
They didn't end up using them, but they could have when they redistrict. They could have gotten a few more seats, I believe, too. But if they do the census and all that kind of stuff, they'll definitely Texas and Florida will be picking up a few seats, and New York and Illinois and California all be losing some.
I've really
Just the way
gotten
they want
tired
things.
of seeing politicians who are supposedly representing American citizens always going to ICE facilities, trying to break into ICE facilities, assaulting
It's all
ICE
a political
officers,
stunt.
trying to break into meetings where Kristi Noem is speaking, the head of DHS. But, just overall, completely stomping the yard for individuals who have had final removal orders by a judge, some of these people from 30 years ago, and now you want to pull out the violins for them.
I
I'm
say
not
bye
going to stop
bye.
talking about this because you treat American citizens like shit. If you represented us with the zeal and respect and honor and vigor that you represent these illegal fucking aliens who are not even citizens of this country,
Amen.
can't vote for you, America would be a better place. When is the last time a politician visited Tina Peters?
Touche.
I don't. I'm. I know Democrats aren't going to visit her, but I'm talking about on our side. I'm talking about Republicans. I'm talking about conservatives.
You need
I'm
some
just
there in that
asking.
state to do something.
Is it that big of a political stain on your damn career? You can't take no time out of your day to go visit Tina Peters, to pray with her.
For those who don't know, Tina Peters is the one that found the
The
election
midterms
fraud
are
in
coming up.
Colorado, and they
You
end up putting her in jail for it.
useless bastards. We're gonna remember.
No
Out
more
here at
Venezuela.
Alameda and Wadsworth in West Denver, just thought I would point out the several videos that I used to make right here in this corner to show all the Venezuelans who used to hang out right there on that there corner, right in the middle of the street. They would stand there with their squeegees and their bottles full of water or piss. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I wonder why I don't see the Venezuelans anymore. Yeah, they used to be everywhere, right over here, and then you go south on Alameda that way, and they would be on Sheridan in Alameda and Federal in Alameda. I don't see them anymore. There used to be like 10 or 12 of them just running up to your windows and scaring all the little kids in the car. Yes, indeed. Thank you, DHS. Thank you, HSI. Thank you,
Amen.
President Donald J. Trump. Thank God for you. The Venezuelans are gone because they're scared of getting picked up by ICE. I love it. I love it so much. Oh yeah, thank you, Kristi Noem and the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, ERO Denver, all of you guys who are taking care of business. All the Venezuelans are gone. Thank you for cleaning that mess up. Peace out.
Next one's Colorado files emergency redistricting automatum to eliminate all Republican House seats. All. It'd be pretty tough to take out Lower Bobart area. It's pretty conservative. I guess they could split it into many parts so there's more Democrats in it somehow.
So, as if Colorado is not in enough trouble, now this dumb governor and these Colorado legislators are sticking their little nose into the gerrymandering business. Yeah, with Gavin Newsom over in California,
Gavin Newsom's.
posting like a desperate X on X. With their little warnings to President Trump about, you better stop what you're doing. You better stop what you're doing. No, you are confused there, Patrick Bateman. And so is this governor here, who is Jared Polis, who is from California. They brought him to Colorado. He was a congressman, and now he's been the governor. His time is almost up, so he's trying to install Phil Weiser, who is even worse than Jared Polis. So anyway, they got together and submitted this Defensive Gerrymander Guard Act. By the way, thank you to Joshua T. Hostler on X for posting this and bringing this to our attention. The DGG Act, a proposed constitutional amendment to the state of Colorado. So they want to make it permanent. They want to gerrymander more seats that Colorado barely has any Republican representation anyhow. They have a supermajority in the state of Colorado, Democrat House, Democrat Senate, Democrat governor. So they have really destroyed the state with overregulating, spending up money that we don't have over the last 4 years on illegal aliens. And now they are whining and bitching and moaning, complaining about President Trump taking all the toys away, toys meaning money, because they thought they were going to have an endless supply of money because they never thought the Hindu Horus would lose. We know who that is.
I thought they could get away with stealing.
Section 10, Emergency Redistricting Authority, which they don't have because this is we're not we're not in the session that would make that applicable, but they're calling it an emergency. And see, they always do it under the guise of, oh, we're protecting the Black people. We're protecting from voter suppression, and voter ID laws are racist. No, they're not. They are required.
Okay.
Because you have been, Secretary of State Jenna Griswold, you individuals have been stealing and diluting my vote and giving it to an illegal who isn't even authorized to be here. Notwithstanding any provisions of Article 5, Sections 44 and 48 of the Colorado Constitution, emergency redistricting authority shall be triggered by either, they just make shit up anyway, A, a declaration by the governor of Colorado, which he's doing, or B, a joint resolution passed by a majority vote, they have the majority, of both chambers of the General Assembly, in which case the governor shall be required to initiate the emergency redistricting process as outlined in this section. What they're trying to do is completely eliminate all, like everything's going to be Democrat, the entire fucking state, as if it's not already. It really, what's really bizarre about all this redistricting and gerrymandering is that the Democrats have been doing this in practice, not in theory, but in fact. They have been doing this for years. Massachusetts is completely Democrat. They have zero Republican representation in the House. None. Check this out. This is from Tony Saruga on X. Massachusetts, 36% of the vote in Massachusetts is Republican, 0 seats in the House. Connecticut, 42% Republican, 0 seats in the House. Maine, 46% of the votes go Republican, 0 seats in the House. New Mexico, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Vermont, Hawaii, Delaware, 0 Republican House seats. All have a high percentage of Republican votes from constituents. Zero representation.
All spending starts in the House.
California, 38% Republican. Only 9 of 52 seats are Republican. 52 seats, and only 9 are Republican. And Gavin Newsom, aka Patrick
Welcome back,
Bateman,
Marianne.
is trying to do away with the very few that are there. Illinois, you know, where the Texas so-called representatives ran to hide behind billionaire J.B. Pritzker. Illinois, 44% of people vote Republican, only 3 out of 17 seats. New York, 43 Republican, only 7 out of 26 seats. Gerrymandering, all of it.
That's going to be tough for
Maryland, 34% Republican.
Gerrymander it anymore
1
New York
out of
than
8 seats. New Jersey, 46% Republican.
And to take
3 out of 12
and bring it
seats.
all the way up to Rochester.
Oregon, 41% Republican. Only 1 of 6 seats. These are all states that have been gerrymandering for years. And now Gavin Newsom is just saying, you know, we're just going to make the whole freaking state Democrat. So there will be no Republican representation, but we want your Republican tax money. We're just not going to represent you worth of shit. We're not going to do shit for you. And we're not going to speak for you in Washington, D.C. Figure it out.
Yeah, they're going full
This is what they're trying to do here in Colorado with this so-called Defensive Gerrymander Guard Act. They just filed it yesterday.
I hope she has some updates on this.
It's so bizarre that they have been doing this for decades. But then when Texas does it on the Republican side, oh, Lord Jesus, oh, we can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Because they want absolute power.
Gerrymandering and redistricting for me, but not for thee. See how it works with them?
100%. All right, this one's why are Democrats fighting for these criminals?
This is why Democrats do not solve problems. This is why they are freaking out, because President Trump has taken over DC and the policing therein. This is why they are panicked, is because, number one, they do not have a plan B. They do not have a morning after pill. They are in trouble. They expected the gravy train to continue just rolling into the station, and by they, I mean the politicians, the Uniparty, the Democrats, the rhinos, those who have been getting big payoffs from their corporate donors. The lobbyists have been stomping the yard to get more favorable rulings and votes in congressional votes, Senate votes for each specific little corporate pursuit. They've gotten used to this, and Trump is moving at the speed of sound. This man does not stop. They are fighting so many battles on so many fronts, they cannot keep up. And while he's got them dangling the carrot over here and they're paying attention to this over here, he's doing something over here that they're going to wake up and say, shit, I didn't know he was doing that. And this is fantastic to watch. But this is why Democrats do not want to solve problems. And the Uniparty, essentially, is because their usefulness is null and void. It was null and void anyway, because they're useless. But see, when they can keep coming to you every 2 years, every 4 years, every 6 years in the Senate, when they can keep coming to you, they meaning the politicians, saying, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to fix this. Money. That ensures that they keep their jobs. That's why you see these crazy people who are literally protesting President Trump fighting crime in DC. My husband's from Maryland. And I remember when we went to go,
sadly, her husband has passed away.
My in-laws, we went to go see them in Maryland. And I was like, hey, we're so close. Why don't we go to DC? He was like, nope, not taking my wife and my family to DC. No. He went to the museums in elementary school and junior high and high school and got robbed and mugged in DC as a freaking high school student. So he was like, no, we're not going to DC. Too much crime. Bro, it hasn't changed. It's gotten worse. So this is what I'm saying is these politicians have been promising over and over and over that they're going to stop crime, they're going to curb crime, while people are dying on the streets, people are victims of these attacks, and it's because they have no consequences for committing crimes. These criminals know, I'm just going to walk in, get booked, fingerprinted, picture taken, putting it on Instagram, and I'm walking out. When you get used to that, that's what that's going to be your life. Why get a job when you can just commit crimes? So these Democrats want to keep these crazy people and these criminals on the street because it keeps them with something to continue to fight for. Oh, you need Bernie Sanders and AOC to fight the oligarchy. What? You take money from the oligarchy, you old bastard. It's nonsensical. So you got the NAACP in DC, them porch Negroes, every last one of them. The Rocky Mountain NAACP, by the way, sued my friends, tried to sue me for white supremacy under a KKK clause. Clearly, they thought Karen Kennedy was a white woman. Anyway, the NAACP is useless. I would highly suggest taking all of their federal funding. They're useless. The Congressional Black Caucus is useless. They're all a bunch of porch Negroes. They don't care about Black folks. They only care about their wallets. So that was just my little interjection there. They don't want to solve problems. Especially Democrats. The Republicans, they're more quiet about it, but they don't want to solve problems either, because then they have to find real jobs. You're supposed to, in politics, you're supposed to work yourself out of a job. That's your job. You're supposed to come in and solve problems and get the hell on and go back to your regular job. But see, these people get used to all this money and this prestige and absolute power that corrupts absolutely. And then they don't want to leave. They're a virus. They're a cancer on the American system. So while you got to be scared to walk out of your house, they're walking around with private paid security. See what I'm saying? They don't want to solve problems because it means that they won't have a job. If they can just keep telling you, I'm going to fix it, 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 vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. You need me to help fight Trump. You need me to help fight Trump. Fight him from doing what? Returning money to American citizens? Getting all these illegal aliens up out of here? Freeing up housing, freeing up medical care, freeing up education, freeing up everything that was taken away from us? How is he wrong? He's fighting crime.
I think I tagged your name, Gregory.
Y'all want it. You literally are stomping the yard to keep crime here. You want crime.
Best of,
and we're supposed to believe
Kennedy.
You. Anyway, that's why they don't want to solve problems, because that works them out of a job. Then they have to go into the private sector and they have no skills. They know they don't have skills. So they're going to be poor. And it serves them right because they don't serve us.
Amen. All right. Here's Denver Homeless Suite, Part 2.
Okay, so I'm downtown Denver, right in front of the Capitol.
Oh, I think I played it already.
There's the dome up there, and you probably can't really see it for the trees. I filmed
I do have Part 1
last night because normally
out of order.
This park is full of homeless drug addicts. Like, it's every day, all day, everybody knows it. If you've lived here, you know. So today, there's like a food trucks over at Civic Center Park, but the thing I want to bring your attention to is this park here is usually full of homeless drug addicts. And when I filmed last night, I thought, well, maybe they're gone because they're at the shelter and they're trying to they're standing in line trying to get to the shelter, so maybe that's why they're not out here. But this is like the second day in a row that they're not out here. And usually, like right here on this stump where that bus is, there's a ledge, and it is full of homeless drug addicts. Like, I mean, full. And they're shooting up, there's needles and everywhere. And oh, that's a cute squirrel. Oh my gosh. Hey, squirrel. And over here, look, there's little school kids. There's little babies. See that? They're probably on a field trip or something. Hi, babies. Anyway, I don't know if something's going on here locally in Denver. There is a state patrolman right there. But I wonder if there are operations going on in Denver similar to what is going on in DC, or, just giving the impending consequences, potential consequences of, you hanging out here in public, and you can't be a public nuisance anymore.
The park looks a lot better than
because
some.
What's happening in DC is going to happen across the country.
This was bad.
President Trump is
That's
going to
part
have
two, not part
sweeping orders, whereas you can't just lay out here drug addicted in the park where little kids are supposed to be playing. And see, let me reference back over here, little babies on a field trip. See that? We have not seen that in years. Usually, they don't bring kids down here anymore. This is the first time I've seen the little babies out on a field trip in downtown Denver. And I am telling you, this place is usually full of homeless drug addicts. Like, even over there at the bus stop, there's none. What is going on in Denver? It's a good thing, but it's mighty funny that these crank far leftist liberals are pissy about President Trump doing the truly humane thing, which is getting these people off of the street. They are actually glad about what is happening here, because you can walk through the park now without being screamed at by a drug addict, a schizophrenic drug addict. Anyway, there you go. I'll be watching.
All right, I played these out of order. I've got part one right here. Here's part one now.
I'm just wondering if operations have begun to remove homeless people from downtown Denver, because this is unusual. There are so few, like right over there in front of the Capitol, that bus stop over there is usually full of homeless drug addicts, like absolutely full. And there's hardly
Gregory, you definitely have to
there.
talk about the trucks too with the DOT
over here
tags.
In this park is usually full of homeless people. Right there at Colfax and Broadway, like right down there where you see the two scooters, usually there are dozens of homeless people sitting on the ledge. And then over here at that park, Civic Center Park, I don't see any homeless people. There are usually, that place is usually full of homeless drug addicts. Like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they have to be inside at the shelter. I'm not really sure, but I'm just used to seeing. Sorry, I'm getting on the other side of this. And oh, by the way, this is the communist criminal Denver Post building. Yeah. Anyway. So over there at Civic Center Park, there's nobody over there. That is usually full of homeless encampments. There's nobody there. Now, I know operations started in DC, but it's just odd to see nobody there, and really nobody there.
I don't know how
Where
they get
there's
away with it,
usually
Gregory, with the DOT tags.
dozens of homeless drug
The
addicts.
cops
right
look the
there.
other way, or what?
I don't know where they all are. It's really weird. There's none in front of the Capitol at all. None.
I
It's
think there's
unusual,
more
too.
areas for the homeless to go
So,
when
there's
illegals are
one.
being kicked out somewhat.
And he's hiding behind a damn monument, so not really sure. But anyway, just very odd. Very, very, very odd.
Trump
I hear
supporters
there's
need
a
to
liberal who went on a
eat.
podcast recently who thinks that those who voted for President Trump 3 times have terrible problems. And she doesn't agree with what I voted for. She thinks that President Trump is against black people. She did mention 400 years of slavery. She did mention immigrants and how they come into this country. They pay their taxes and they start businesses. Yeah, bitch. Because they get here and they get no qualifying freaking business loans from the SBA, Small Business Administration, at least they used to, when American citizens couldn't even qualify because of credit problems caused by this high inflation of those you worship, like Joe Biden and that Hindu Horus, Kamala Harris. I hear this individual, Jennifer Welch, who used to be on a loser network like Bravo that hardly anybody watches because people don't want to see these pissed off
Gregory,
divorcees
but it pisses me off.
Screech
My
and
brother was
moan
an
about
independent trucker for
everything
so
on
long,
earth instead of looking at
had them
themselves
right
to
up his
see
butt
that they're
all
the
the time.
problem.
Looking
Jennifer,
at his
I got a
books,
bone to
his
pick with you.
taxes, everything.
You don't know me.
Insurances.
You don't know why I voted for President
All
Trump.
his tags.
You don't know that I'm a military
A lot of
Gold Star
paperwork.
widow, bitch. You don't know that Barack Hussein Obama denied my husband's military benefits when he served this country honorably. You don't know that the only reason that changed after 7 years of homelessness and not being able to pay my bills and my credit going to shit is because Donald Trump came into office in 2017 and eliminated, number one, the widow's tax. And because of him, my case was that I appealed 3 times, was finally approved, and I got my husband's military benefits.
Well, if she was illegal,
you know what,
gotten
bitch, you don't know me. You get on these podcasts and you talk about black and brown people. Bitch, you don't know me. You don't speak for me. You are a credential class white liberal female who thinks you own me and you don't. You talk about immigrants. These were, you don't talk about the fact that over the last 4 years, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris let in 20 to 50 million freaking illegal aliens from everywhere on earth to replace black people. But you care about black people in 400 years of slavery.
I don't know that there was 400
You say
years.
that those who supported Trump need to get up off our fat ass and don't go to foreign restaurants where people have businesses and taco joints and this, that, and the other. That we need to stay in the Cracker Barrel.
Wasn't any slaves
Guess
then.
what, ho?
In 1865.
I'm at the motherfucking Cracker Barrel. And I'm going to go in here and I'm going to have dinner because they actually have good food. And I'm going to do it in protest of you. You want to debate me? You want to come at me? I'm right here. I'm right here. I ain't going nowhere. Let me tell you something. You don't know shit about DEI, as you also mentioned in your little podcast. Do you know that 76% of the C-suite executives for DEI initiatives, those at the top of the DEI programs, 76% are white.
Buy it under the table?
Of that 76%, 54% are white women. So you tell me how President Trump doing away with DEI is somehow a detriment to me. Go ahead, bitch. I'll wait. You don't own me, Jennifer. You don't own me. Your white liberal credential class females are the absolute worst thing in this country right now. You are the reason that all these protests exist and that people can't get their head out of their ass long enough to see the good that Donald Trump is doing. Bitch, he brought together Azerbaijan and Armenia after 35 years of fighting to a peace deal. And somehow he's wrong. I'm sick of you, bitch. You talk about you've had it? You've had it? No, I've had it with your kind. The hoity-toity, avocado toast, yoga pants, wearing, fucking latte sipping, white liberal credential class bitches who think you run everything. You don't run shit. Do you see what's happening right now? President Trump is running your asses over. Operation Bulldozer, baby. Operation Bulldozer. And I'm going to take my black ass in this here restaurant, the Cracker Barrel, and I'm going to eat and I'm going to enjoy it. And I'm going to sit on my fat ass.
She's not actually fat.
And have some cornbread. Stay out of my lane. And shut your whore mouth. And don't talk shit about my president again. And by the way, stop with the Botox. Gross.
She doesn't hold anything back. Okay, brokering a peace deal at the Alaska summit with Putin. It hasn't totally gone through. The EU is throwing a monkey wrench in it every time. Always go a little further than they should to try to get the killing stopped, because they need to keep money laundering and spending money, taxpayers' money, so they can get it funneled back into their coffers.
President Trump is in Alaska brokering another peace deal between Ukraine and Russia. Yes, he is. He is meeting with President Putin, and he's got Scott Bessent, Treasury Secretary and the head of the IRS now, because Billy Long, for whatever reason, refused to stop payments to illegals that's what it was.
Yeah.
He refused to turn over information, tax information about illegals to ICE. I don't know what's up with that.
No
I like Billy Long,
even.
so that's really disappointing.
Hey, Colin.
Anyway, Scott Bessent now. And Scott Bessent, I saw him first on the War Room. I see a lot of people on the War Room who are now going over to the Trump administration, like E.J. Antoni, the intrepid economist. I am so proud
trying to
of
get
him.
it.
So
Get her to
glad
come on
he's
with
going
me.
to the Trump administration. Yes, indeed.
We
I think he's
talked
going to
about
be
it,
the head
but,
of Bureau of
never
Labor
can-
Statistics. It is
I tried to
fantastic.
set a
Every day
date
I
with
look up
her,
and go,
and
thank you,
she
Jesus.
doesn't see the
Thank you,
message
Jesus,
until
for everything that is
after that
happening
date's
in our
passed.
favor right now. We have
Really
a period of
slow
reprieve,
communication on
and
that.
President Trump is
You get
once
so
again
many
brokering a
messages.
peace deal. And what do you get with that? You get the disgusting, ungrateful Jezebel whore, Sodom and Gomorrah media, throwing shade on the man who made 6 peace deals between warring countries in less than 6 months. Y'all mad at him because he is brokering peace? Now, somehow y'all got a better
They don't
plan.
make money on peace.
Keeping people on welfare, flooding us with
They need
constant illegal
emergency
aliens,
powers.
making people so broke they can't pay attention,
Obstruction of
destroying the
justice,
welfare
yeah.
system, destroying the healthcare system. Nothing that you people do works. Not for us, actually.
We are in
Nothing
message.
you
It
have
just
done works for us
doesn't
in
see it
our
for a
favor.
long time.
Everything that you do works for you, so you can collect billions of dollars, so you can keep your expensive lifestyles. Anyway, Alaska. My husband was stationed there, so I would like to go to Alaska someday. It's beautiful up there. It's where he learned to ski. Pretty amazing. President Trump is
I
brokering
think
a
being
peace
in
deal.
Colorado,
Why in
she
the
would,
hell are
ski a
these
lot.
retarded liberals angry
Probably expensive.
and
though.
pissed off and going apoplectic because
President Trump is
Well, Colin, I
meeting
didn't know you were
with
on.
President Putin to
Gregory, I didn't
discuss
know you were
and
on
to
today.
broker a peace deal. You know,
I
these
was out
individuals
working
who are
on some
crazy and just
I
completely
only
out of
see
their
stuff when I'm
minds
on the
are
computer.
all dug in on stupid. When I made a video the other night with this the other day, this poor guy who was laid out in the middle of the road, and I was talking to the woman who stopped me, who wanted to try to help him. Um, you know, when she asked me straight up, you know, what are some of the things that the
Pretty
president
hard
is
being a
doing
truck
to
driver and
help
doing live
to
broadcasts
stop
there,
all this
Gregory.
homelessness? And, you know, I told her. And then I said, you know, he's brokering peace deals.
I
He
try to
just
find
brokered
a
another peace deal between
time slot when
Azerbaijan
someone else isn't
and
on.
Armenia. They've been fighting for 35, 40 years.
Impossible.
She literally stopped and hugged me and said, thank you. You have a heart of gold. She could not even stand to hear that he is doing God's work. She couldn't stand it. People are so, they got Trump derangement syndrome so severely that he is literally stopping killing people, stopping countries from murdering each other, and they can't even fathom it. Like they have to stay dug in that he's Hitler. Bro, people, we got to do something about these psychotic individuals in this freaking country who are so freaking brainwashed that they can't pull their head out of their ass, bro. It's very disappointing. Anyway, this meeting, they didn't need Zelensky because he ain't nothing but a distraction. His little fat ass, all he wants is money. Give me more money, more money, more money. He's got Keir Starmer over there all hugged up, looking like a damn UNICEF commercial. But President Trump is actually working toward a peace deal that he's going to get. He's going to get. And then he's going to go back to Zelensky and say, look here, little fat ass, Mr. Fatty Pants. This is what you're going to do. We talked about it, and I'm not giving you any more money. This is what you're going to do. He's got people 60 years old over there fighting for Ukraine because they killed off all the young ones, or most of them anyway. So he's brokering a peace deal. Please tell me how he's wrong for doing that. Please tell me what's wrong with that. What's wrong with him cleaning up the streets of America, getting all these homeless people off of here, getting all these criminals off of here and making them spend time in jail for committing crimes? Please tell me how he's wrong. Anyway, Nicole Wallace is another one of them crazy, psychotic, white liberal bitches. That hoe. You know, she can't stand it. Oh, this is disgusting. He's meeting with Putin. Oh, what's wrong, Nicole Wallace? And I'm tagging you in this, by the way. What's the matter? It's not 2017 anymore, and you and your husband aren't starting with the leaks to kick off this Russiagate conspiracy that spanned over 10 years. There are still people who believe that Russia bullshit was all real. None of it was real. We got the documentations to prove it. Tulsi Gabbard, the head of the DNI, has been putting out the information, and people are still there. Nicole Wallace is all jacked up in the head. You and your husband are going down for what y'all did. You did this, Nicole Wallace, you ugly whore. You did this. And that's what's wrong with you. You cannot go backward on your Trump derangement syndrome. You got to double and triple down. But guess what? This is Operation Bulldozer, baby. We gonna run you over. And maybe MSDNC can get their ratings up when they get your sleepy ass off of their network. You are horrible on the eyes, and you are completely unexciting and unintelligent.
Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome.
You are the reason that show
You're right, John.
is a failure. But we
march
have that on.
In Europe, too.
Operation Bulldozer, President Trump getting it done in Alaska. Life is good.
Yep. All right. Democrats literally defending crime in America.
No, the Democrats are low down and damn dirty, but good grief. You're literally defending crime. I want people to truly understand what's happening here. I saw the NAACP at
protest the other day in DC, protesting President Trump cleaning up DC. The actual residents of DC, including black folks in DC, I'm seeing the videos of them thanking President Trump for cleaning the streets up.
Well, that's
But
good,
of course,
Gregory.
the NAACP, that is useless and should never receive another damn dime of federal money, ever, ever. They may have been effective or may have helped black folks back in the 80s, 90s. They're done. They don't help black folks.
I know the
at
feeling,
all.
Colin.
They help themselves to money.
It's gotta be late
That's
there.
it. That is all. The money goes to white liberals and a couple of token Negroes, and that's it. Okay?
Colin, are you guys gaining ground there? I know a lot of people standing up, but they're arresting 30 people a day for stuff they post. Are you starting to win ground there?
They don't help us. They don't help us.
Getting some of your freedoms
Okay?
back?
They tried to sue me. They did sue my friends who went through court and beat them, the Rocky Mountain division of the NAACP, because it was bullshit. All right?
You're right, Gregory.
They need to be completely defunded. But back to the
New
point.
World Order.
Why are the Democrats literally defending crime?
They need the crime. They need the crime.
While you go live in your suburban enclaves protected by
want you to
gates
stay in your little
and
compartment, period. They don't want you going out and doing
probably
stuff.
Armed security. You are literally advocating for President Trump to not be able to use the home rule. He is constitutionally authorized to do that because he is the Article 2. He is the executive of the executive branch. You fucking idiots! And now DC is suing him for using the home rule.
A liberal.
You are literally defending crime. You are defending homeless people after everything I walk around and see. Okay, grocery store. Needed laundry detergent. I can't just walk up and get laundry detergent anymore. You know why? Because it's locked behind a damn glass case.
Because of all the stealing.
I gotta push a button that calls an attendant that's busy with 5 or 6 other people who did the same thing in different parts of the store. And I have to wait for the poor attendant to come over 10, 15 freaking minutes when I could have been in and out of the store. I just had
especially
one
when
thing
they
to get.
Go to jail
but no,
and keep
because people keep stealing shit.
Yep.
They had to start locking it behind glass cases. We did not have this before Joe Biden. Dead ass. This was not a thing before Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. We did not. I have never, ever, and I've lived in Colorado for a while. I don't know how it is in your city, but I can promise you, we never saw this kind of shit before. Never. Family Dollar, Walgreens, King Super, Kroger, whatever. Target, they locking stuff up too. Walmart locks stuff up too. We have never had this before. Never until the last 4 years. Democrats
they do carry it there
literally,
too, so you don't pocket the damn stuff.
Not even figuratively.
It's the only way they can stop the stealing.
They are literally defending.
Now they have mob
crime.
rushes on the stores.
Bro, they are literally defending you getting your ass beat, knocked off your damn bike, or while you out jogging, some homeless person, a schizophrenic drug addict, knocking you over and assaulting you on the street. They don't give a crap. They don't care.
Can you change the leadership?
They are defending
Colin,
the
can you get
criminals.
the leadership to change or change them?
And you got, bro, some jerk off.
I did see
like
that they
Sorhan Mamdani,
put in power
who
some
supports
Muslim
this
lady
crap, should never be. He shouldn't have got anywhere near the primary. Why? Why did that even happen? He supports crime. He supports no cash bail and no police.
It's a Soros idea.
Social workers. Government-run grocery stores. A literal communist. America needs to rid
Communists wouldn't let you
herself
steal
of
that
all
much.
communists. If you're a card carrying
I'd throw you
communist,
in the
then you need to get
Hooskow
the hell up out of here.
Ever.
Go to Cuba. Go to North Korea. Get out of here. The Democrats, I say again, are literally defending crime to continue to fester in American cities. They don't care about you. They know they can never win on merits. They win with lawfare against Trump to try to jam up the court system to keep him occupied elsewhere. But see, that shit don't work this time. This not working this time. Nobody is retreating. We coming back at you. No, you don't win this. Colorado Democrats.
You need to get a lot more of them out
We're
of
coming
office.
for you. We don't support crime, and we're sick of your shit. All of you.
Amen. Amen. All right. Trump's people Social Security Act for American citizens, removing 275,000 illegal aliens from collecting Social Security checks. There's a lot more than that, but that's a start.
Thank you once again to President Trump, who is working for we, the citizens of this great country. He had announced just the other day that he ensured that 275,000 illegal aliens were kicked off Social Security. How did they get there in the first place? Oh, yeah, Biden and Harris sent Social Security Administration workers to jimmy rig the system to send checks to illegal aliens who had no authorization to be here. We were paying them to continue breaking our laws.
Oh, that'd be good.
We were rewarding their failures. And we supported every aspect of their
I know the Reform Party up there
to sit and squat in this country, to speak their own language, to ignore us and to turn their noses up at us while they're stealing our freaking money.
He might not be perfect, but he's better than what you got.
275,000 of these loser leech ass bastards stole our tax money. And it took President Trump to get into the new administration and to clean this mess up. Him, Doge, thank you, Doge. I will always thank you, Doge, Elon Musk, for your assistance with ridding us. Do you know how much money this is saving us? People aren't seeing this.
That's just a drop in the bucket.
They're so caught up in their damn feelings that they can't get past the ICE raids. Bitch, I want that shit on replay. Bad boys,
Colin, if anyone wants to come on
what you gonna do?
About what's going on over there,
what you gonna do? I want it on. I want the ICE channel. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Can I start that? The ICE channel? Because this is going to continue.
I'd watch all the
entire arrests. 8 years that President Trump
I would love to watch
is in the White House.
I'm like, bye-bye.
Oh, no. I didn't stutter, bitch.
I don't care if they cry.
You stole my diamonds for 4 years. You owe me 4. Anyhow, we'll get back to those semantics later.
So how soon
275,000 illegal aliens who never paid into our system.
2 months or something?
Someone, a dumb Democrat, a uniparty rhino, might justify this aberrant behavior and literal
theft. They didn't have an
theft.
election that long ago either.
Well, they needed money. Oh, no, they don't.
A little bit different system.
Why would they need an extra, $1,900 a month, $3,800 a month?
You need one, though.
American citizens work their entire lives, pay into the system 40, 50 years and only get $1,200 a month.
Some legality.
Well, these illegals who just got here haven't even been here for any extended period of time, never paid into the system. They've been getting fat checks here. They need the money. No. Turns out they have been already fleecing the American welfare system. They didn't need it for housing because they were already on Section 8. So kill that noise. They were already on EBT getting food stamps, $13,000 a month in food stamps.
I know how the
they
hell
were
they do
already
that.
getting free housing, free hotel, free luxury hotel accommodations. We saw it. You can't gaslight us, bro. We saw the free. We saw
Well,
it.
these NGOs are making
Okay?
money for
They were
getting
getting
them here.
free clothes.
They can pay for
These
life.
dumb liberals were getting together, getting them brand new clothes, brand new bedding ensemble, brand new everything. They didn't have to pay for shit. Their education for their little nappy ass kids were free. Everything was free and covered for them. Everything.
Not really.
Their medical care
Free
completely
to them,
free
not free to
for them
us.
under our broken, mismanaged healthcare
Fictional
Medicaid
story.
systems across the 50 states. So they didn't have to pay for medical care because we paid for it. We covered the bill. We weren't able to pay for medical care
Paying the
for our
rest of our
own
life for that.
families, but we paid for theirs. So 275,000 of these illegal aliens are being kicked off Social Security. In addition,
Colin, how
President
bad's
Trump
the
sat at the
cheating in the
Resolute desk
elections
just
over
the other
there?
day and signed the Social Security Act into law,
Well, you can get a lot of votes and not get a
which
seat there.
solidifies Social Security for American
You can
citizens,
get like 20% of the
not
vote,
for
and
illegals,
it won't even get
which
you a
I
seat.
know is what Colorado's
20, 30%.
Michael Bennett was blubbering about because he can't talk right. He's always sounds like you got a mouthful of mush. That's
I'd
why I
love to
call
see
him
both
mush
of those
mouth.
parties go down.
Remember, he's one of the ones who tried to
Reform
grill
Party beat
Pete
him or
Hegseth
something.
during the Senate
That'd be a big sweep.
confirmations.
It'd be your second.
He tried to grill
Brexit.
Pete Hegseth and Kash Patel.
The biggest issue is all the illegals here.
Calm down. Damn, your TDS. Calm down. Take
funny.
your blood pressure pill for that Trump derangement syndrome, you nasty freak. I can't stand these people.
I agree.
So, they didn't have to pay for anything because there again, we paid for it all.
It's really
so
hard
now
to get them
this
out
is
of
going
power.
to be yet another tool in the toolbox President Trump is using to make these people self-deport. All of the avenues for them to continue to stay here, to wreak havoc upon us, to steal our money, and to squat here, take up all of our housing that is causing the crisis. They keep saying, oh, there's a housing crisis because there's a shortage of inventory. No, there's not.
I know they're going.
There's not a shortage of inventory.
Posting stuff.
There's a shortage of common sense, but there is no shortage of inventory. Okay? So anyway, politicians like Michael Bennett want to try to say that President Trump is taking away Social Security. No, he's not. He solidified it for American citizens.
Only from the
because
illegals.
He works for America
and dead
first.
People.
America only. Get used to it. And take something for that TDS, maybe some Trump and all.
Trump and all. All right, this one's about that Zohan or whatever that's running for mayor. He's a snake salesman, snake oil salesman.
Mamdani is offering as the front runner for mayor of New York. That should never have happened. He shouldn't have even rated. He actually shouldn't even be able to run for mayor. Being somebody who has only been
too many
here
commies,
for,
liberal
7 years. I think he's only been a so-called naturalized, lawful permanent resident or citizen. I don't know how he passed the test because his loyalties are not here.
Oh, yeah.
But the only way that he could actually get any further than he already has is if the people of New York, especially Gen Z, the young people are doing so awful that all of the free shit promises, like Bernie Sanders, same old bullshit, AOC, same old bullshit, free college, free health, free it's a human right, free. This is all communism. This is socialism.
And they're going after the people that oppose.
They have tried this in Kansas City.
This dude
talks about the state is a state-run or city-run grocery stores. They tried that in Kansas City.
White Christians.
My daughter lived in Kansas City when they tried this.
The goal is to get rid of them.
Look it up.
They want no more white
store
Christians.
Chain called Sunfresh. Go look up what happened to
Especially white
Sunfresh.
Christian
They're closing.
males.
The stores, if they haven't closed already, they're closing because they have started to, when the subsidies were new and they were getting kicked down with all this money, the store, did okay. Um, the shelves were stocked, but lately there's no food. The people complain on the regular about food not there. They go there and the food is spoiled. There's lack of quality control. The people, the few that are still left that work there, don't even help people in the stores. So, um, Cuba,
Your
you want
mind's working
examples?
well, huh?
Venezuela, um, places where even South America, Central America, where they have this, and Brazil, it doesn't work. It does not work because then you have food rations. This fool is the only thing that he can bank on is the stupidity of citizens. And the people who put him across the finish line were not just regular, blue collar American citizens. It was the credential class white liberals who pushed him across the finish line so that he would even be in the position where he is now, which is a front runner. And wait a minute, how is it that he's a damn front runner? He's only been in this freaking country for what, 5 years, 7 years? He's only been a naturalized citizen for a very short amount of time. That's a bad relationship.
Right. They control the food.
If somebody, you are on a date and somebody just immediately starts trying to run your life, they want to immediately meet your parents and meet your family, everybody close to you, all your close friends. They want to immediately start critiquing the car you drive. They want to critique the job you have. They want to just come in and change every single thing about you. That's probably not a good fit. I got to get to know you. You only been here for like 5 years, 7 years, Zorhan Mamdami. You don't even know what kind of shoes I like. You don't know what kind of ice cream I like. You don't know jack shit about me. You don't know anything about the history of this country. You don't know anything about how the Americana experience,
they want to make it Muslim,
translates into how we live, how we work, how we enjoy the great outdoors. This is what happened to
run out of other people's money.
The Jeep brand. This is what happened to Stellantis when they put that foreigner, German dude, into that position to spearhead the Jeep brand. You don't know nothing about Jeep. You don't know anything about the overland experience. You don't know anything about off-roading. You don't know anything about Mickey Thompson tires. You don't know nothing about bump stops. You don't know nothing about what makes the Jeep a Jeep. You don't know the history. You don't know Chrysler. You don't know nothing about the Dodge. You don't know about the Dodge Ram. You don't know anything about the brand, and you're not interested in learning. He came in and immediately started making changes to try to turn it into a European all-electric windmills, solar power bullshit, which is why the brand suffered so bad that they had to fire that son of a bitch and send him packing back to Western Europe.
You'd have to have a battery
that's what
system
happens.
like you wouldn't
Zoran Mamdami is no different. He knows nothing about us. Why is he even in a position that he can run for office? We need to have a serious conversation about these individuals who have foreign loyalties and who have not been here that long. How the hell do you know anything about me? And we just started hanging out. We just started seeing each other. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about New York. You read things before you got here, but you were not born here. You don't know nothing about New York. You weren't around when Home Alone was made, but when they made the movie Home Alone 2, when President Trump was in there and they tried to take him out of the freaking movie, it's so stupid. Anyway, you don't know nothing about how New York was before. You don't know shit. And this is the dude you want governing you? The only reason people even listen to him is because they're so broke that Anybody who comes in and tries to give away a bunch of free shit, they're going to take the bait. They're going to believe it. And, oh, free rent. Oh, rent control. Oh my gosh. Dude, rent control does not work. Property managers are not going to have properties available to rent to anybody. They're not going to make any money. What is wrong with people? How is it that we have example after example after history after example, and they are still confused, and they still let this bum who is from freaking Uganda, who pretended to be a African American, get your monkey ass out of here with that shit. How do you even listen to this clown? How do you even let this clown take up your time? Look, if these kook liberal baby boomers want to vote for him, because it's only them. It's them. They're on their way out. Fuck them. But for young people, he can't give you free anything. Because eventually you run out of other people's money. And the same will happen to him. And you're going to be broker than you are right now. He can't give you anything free. Don't believe the hype.
Yep, caught me on another page. There we go. Trump derangement syndrome.
Why your parents take you shopping? Shop, till you drop. Hope your dad doesn't get you kidnapped.
The Peter Thiel?
Peter Thiel, Palantir, 17th Street, 1215th floor. Too bad nobody knows how to peacefully protest anymore. I mailed rocks to UC Health because they violated the ACA billing laws.
How so?
They didn't check my insurance before my appointment. And it says on my insurance card, you must verify insurance before date of service.
Right.
And so they said I owed them a shit ton of money. And I sent them rocks. I know. I have so much information. You know where Philip Anschutz lives?
I don't.
He lives off of University in Alameda. And I think it would be hilarious if,
it's a very nice neighborhood.
Isn't it? If, a whole bunch of garbage got dumped there. I don't know those kind of people, but there's so many ways to peacefully protest, and nobody knows how to do it anymore. But I know how to make it seem like a crazy white woman.
What is your grievance?
What is my grievance? The fact that we have a fucking pedophile in the office who has been diagnosed in the court of law with a DSM-5, number 65.4, and he...
It's not safe being around that one.
Out here at Alameda and Wadsworth in West Denver, just thought I would point out the several videos that I used to make right here at this corner to show all the Venezuelans who used to hang out right there on that there corner, right in the middle of the street. They would stand there with their squeegees and their bottles full of water or piss. I don't know what it was, but anyway, I wonder why I don't see the Venezuelans anymore. Yeah, they used to be everywhere, right over here, and then you go south on Alameda that way, and they would be on Sheridan in Alameda and Federal in Alameda. I don't see them anymore. There used to be 10 or 12 of them just running up to your windows and scaring all the little kids in the car. Yes, indeed. Thank you, DHS. Thank you, HSI. Thank you, President Donald J. Trump. Thank God for you. The Venezuelans
did you learn a lot, Gregory, back then?
Because they're scared of getting picked up by ICE.
Yep, bye-bye.
I love it so much. Oh, yeah, thank you, Christy Noem, and the Department of Homeland Security, ICE, ERO Denver, all of you guys who are taking care of business. All the Venezuelans are gone. Thank you for cleaning that mess up. Peace out.
Colorado emergency meeting with legislators because the state is broke.
Heck.
Blames
Yeah,
Trump.
after a brief hiatus and a knockdown, drag-out fight with food poisoning, guess who won? Yay, here I am. I would I would be remiss if I did not talk about what is going on in the state of Colorado. And what has happened recently is the squishy governor Jared Polis called an emergency session with the Colorado legislature. Special session. Everybody needs to come back to work. Why? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because the state is broke. Just like I've been saying, Colorado is broke. Colorado is broke because Jared Polis and the Colorado legislature and all of these clowns bet the house on Harris, the Hindu Horus. Yes, indeed. They thought that she was going to win. They thought Gala power was enough to sway voters after 4 years of her and Joe Biden's abuse on American citizens and their coddling and supporting of illegal aliens for 4 years. We saw who were the favored class. So he calls an emergency session because the state is broke. There's a billion, it's more than a billion, but they'll only admit to a billion, whatever. So that creates a $700 million shortfall that they have got to hurry up and find the money for because, the president is not kicking you down with cash. You see what I'm saying? So now they've got to figure out, oh, holy shit, we have no freaking money. Why do you think Mike Johnston, the mayor of Denver, is dropping all these hints and basically saying, there's a lot of people who are going to get laid off. It won't affect you, but yeah, everybody's got to pretty much go. City services
give
are
the
going
money to
to
the
suffer
illegals.
for American citizens, of course.
They're desperate to keep them here.
City buses are probably going to get cut. Routes are going to get cut. But, never fear. Democrats are here. And they
buses?
Somehow seem to think they have all the solutions. So $700 billion shortfall. He is, Jared Polis, blaming all of this on President Trump and the big, beautiful bill. And to me, the math is not adding up. And I love math. Math is amazing. It's fascinating. I don't understand it all, but it's amazing. It is God's love language. It is math, and it is fascinating. How is it that Trump is only in office for 7 full months, and he is the one responsible for the state of Colorado and the $1 billion that was spent by you dumb Democrat clowns over the past 4 years? And that most of that $1 billion, we all know because we live here and we have seen you and we have seen what has happened. That money was spent on illegal aliens, supporting them, paying for their hospital bills, paying for their education, paying for their kids, paying for every aspect of their lives. You did, and you did. And you expected to have a steady stream of federal money, and you thought that the Democrats were just going to stay in charge and you were just going to keep getting those fat deposits. And Biden said, just cover it. We'll hit you back. We'll get you. We got you. He ain't got you. He's pretty much the walking dead at Shady Pines Nursing Home. Or at least he should be. So what do you have now? Oh, yeah, by the way, Coloradans, don't bother looking for a Tabor refund in 2026 because you ain't getting it. There will be no Tabor refund. Barb Kirkmeyer, she's a senator, congressman. I met her recently, and she's really nice. But she confirmed there's not going to be any Tabor refund. You may get it in 27, 28, somewhere around there, but not 26. It's just not happening. They just don't have the money. They spent it on the illegals. So hate it for you. Figure it out. So he is blaming the big, beautiful bill, blaming Trump, blaming MAGA, blaming everybody but himself. And you ran off all of the money-making aspects of business that were in this state. You ran off oil and gas. You ran, speaking of oil and gas, the refinery, the Suncor refinery over in Commerce City has received constant abuse and threats from the environmentalist freakazoids who are in bed with Polis and all of these other California transplants. See, these individuals, Jared Polis, Michael Bennett, they could not, they're the Liz Cheney of Colorado. They could not make it in their own home districts, so they come to Colorado to pretend that they're Coloradans. You know, throw on a fishing hat and all of a sudden you're a Coloradan. And so they have destroyed the state. And now, you know, we have to come in and be adults and rebuild. So anyway, they ran off all the money making. They ran off oil and gas. They ran off, these poor restaurants are closing left and right because there's no people here. They ran off people during the 2020 pandemic with all of the mandates and having to wear masks, and you know, you have to be 6 feet apart, and all this garbage that has been proven to be complete and total bullshit. I worked for the federal agency that dictated policy during that time, and it was all bullshit. They admit it now. So you ran people off, you ran all the businesses out of Colorado that bring in the money, and then you get excited. Oh, there's a small nuclear plant that's coming in that's going to harness nuclear energy in Colorado. 300 jobs. 300 jobs when you killed 100,000 jobs, but you're happy about 300 funky ass jobs. That's Democrat logic for you. So but by the way, let me insert this. I thought you hate nuclear energy. You hate anything that's not wind and solar power and solar panels and shit. But see, there ain't no money in that no more, because the subsidies are gone, because President Trump is shut that door too through the EPA. Thank you, Lee Zeldin. Thank you, President Trump. Because it ain't nothing but a big money-making scam. It's just Solyndra on steroids. So Jared Polis is now trying to figure out how to raid taxpayers for money again, because he spent all the money on illegals. After running businesses out of this state because of the extreme regulations, extreme taxes, and the high cost of living. Oh yeah, and the high crime rate.
Well, they need the crime.
It's not Trump's fault.
They need the issue to keep spending.
It's yours, Jared Polis, and everybody surrounding you. Please send help from the top. The state of Colorado is, they are abusing us here. And they're blaming the Trump administration for all of their faults. I'm not going to let that sit. Not even for a second.
Amen. All right. Exposes the plot to flood the United States with the unvetted Gazans.
Why are hundreds of Gazans, aka Palestinians, aka jihadis, being brought into this country through several states already in the United States? Why are they being brought here? Why are they being brought here? Thank you to Laura Loomer. This woman is doing God's work. I don't care what you say about her. Shit on you. This woman is doing God's work. We would never know this if it were not for her. These individuals in the State Department, these Slim Slacks Obama holdovers, these Biden holdovers who are still in the State Department.
I'll try to get around.
Everybody, you know what? Just fire every freaking body. I got a government clearance. Senator Rubio, God dang it. I keep calling him Senator Rubio. I'm so used to Senator Rubio. Secretary Rubio, I will come work for the State Department. I swear to God, I am so sick of all of these Biden, Obama, communist ass, jihadi ass fucking holdovers who continue to try to stop the Trump administration, to bring this country back to sanity and common sense. Who is letting all these individuals over here, who is embedded in the State Department, who is bringing them 10,000 miles from the Middle East to this country to be dropped and dumped off like garbage in Houston, come to find out Missouri, Washington State, probably Colorado. I tried to find out last night, but I didn't see anything yet. I'm going to keep digging. They don't look. We don't need any more individuals here who freaking hate us, dude. We got enough on the college campuses who are romping and stomping around like Mahmoud Khalil, who hate this country. They hate Western civilization. And y'all bringing them here? For what? For what? Cultural diversity? No, they do not assimilate. They dominate. Period. End of story. They are coming here to conquer us. Dude, look at some of the videos coming out of Hamtramck, Michigan. Look at what they say. They literally tell you that they want an end to Western civilization. But we bringing them over here, letting them buy houses and buy up whole neighborhoods and turn everything into halal university and shit. What? What?
I don't know. Actually, would do
We're
that.
committing cultural suicide by doing this shit. Trying to be
they're
too
pretty
nice.
Entrenched there.
Okay.
In Colorado.
If it was not for Laura Loomer, I swear, I don't even, half of the shit we are finding out, we would not know. That woman is relentless,
Laura
and
Loomer
I am
came
glad
out
she
is
conservative
I think
and that
she
she
ended
loves
up
our
doing
president.
The right job, though.
And she loves this country. You know, I just, why are you bringing these individuals to a Christian nation? And yes, this is a nation founded on Christian principles. I don't care what you think. I literally don't care. Okay. It's not your turn to speak. It's ours. We, the American citizens, because you know what? We're the ones who end up paying for these people. Why are you bringing them here? Supposedly on a medical visa. Look at the videos of these people being brought in here. Not now one of them is sick. Ain't no Band-Aids, ain't no hospital beds, ain't no alcohol, ain't no saline solution bags hanging from a hospital bed, nothing. These people are not sick. They don't need a medical visa. And even if they did, send them to Oman. Send them in region of their country. Excuse me. Palestine is not a country, and neither is Gaza. It's a territory.
They're using a lot of these NGOs.
Let's keep it 100 here.
Take our own money and spend it against
Send them to Oman, a very wealthy nation in region.
Majority in Colorado.
What about Turkey? Send them to Turkey. It's right there.
Quick.
Send them to the United Arab Emirates or Dubai.
And a lot of them were Soros backed.
Why are you bringing them 10,000 miles to the West when they hate the freaking West?
And then they're having
They're
tons
Muslims.
Of kids.
There are 56 Muslim countries. Send them to one of them. Why are you bringing them here? Indonesia, anywhere. Why are you bringing them here? I already know the answer is rhetorical.
On in Indonesia, a lot of corruption. They're protesting against their government there in Indonesia.
Thank you to Congressman Randy Fine, I believe his name is, who also raised the alarm with Chip Roy. I did see a post from him, to all others who have been amplifying Laura Loomer's voice. We don't need any more jihadis here. We've got enough Ilhan Omars. We have enough Rashida Tlaibs. We have enough blabbering idiots from third world
they get power, they'll change the rules.
Lecturing to us about how horrible we are. But bitch, you in my country, what you doing here if we so horrible? We're sick of being the place where you try to settle your 3,000-year-old grievances from the Middle East and Africa. This is America. We don't, you know what? I'm just going to stand by my word that I have said for the last 10 years. We need at the very least, a 5-year moratorium on all, do you hear me? All immigration. None. We don't need nobody else here. We don't have, we haven't deported all of these illegals who came in here the last 4 years. We need to get them out first. Okay? Then, I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens. But we need to start having serious conversations. It's too many of them in high-paying government positions who are working for their home country like Somalia. I'm seeing too many Somalis talking about, yeah, I'm here for the best interests of Somalia. Well, take your monkey ass back to Mogadishu. We don't need any more of you here. We don't need any more. Ungrateful. You people are ungrateful. That is what I cannot get past. We give you everything, and you are ungrateful of our generosity. You spit on us after we give you every opportunity in the world that you would have never had in your home country. That is what I cannot tolerate. You are ungrateful.
A lot of white liberals there.
We don't need these people here.
Gregory.
Secretary Rubio, thank you for stopping those visas immediately. And all the ones who came in here in the last month, they need to go right back to their country or their area, region. Send them somewhere else if they're sick. They got a better medical system in Oman or somewhere. Send them in region. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
There you go. I'm going to play two more. The Hunter Biden one and the trucking one. Hunter Biden accused the First Lady of being part of the Epstein files. What a crackhead. Melania Trump on the Epstein files. What a...
Am I hearing and seeing this correctly? Is Hunter Biden going after our First Lady, Melania Trump? Really? You gotta be kidding me. He did another stupid interview. I have no idea why he's still doing interviews. Nobody cares what he says. You could drop off the face of the earth and nobody would give a shit, Hunter Biden. Nobody cares. You're nobody. You're nothing.
Yeah,
the only reason you have been able to steal anything and to sell favors and to sell influence is because your sperm donor, that Shady Pines resident, has been a loser, ineffective, waste of money politician for the last 50 years.
He's got no backing.
You're all trailer trash. Your KKK clan, the Bidens, you're a bunch of trash. You're trailer trash. You're nothing. You have built nothing. You have done nothing notable. You have helped absolutely no one except yourselves to taxpayer money and to money from Russian oligarchs, from Ukrainian oligarchs, from China,
catching up on the comments,
and everywhere else on earth. You sat on the freaking board of an oil and gas company and you know nothing about oil and gas. You got kicked out of the freaking Navy because you're a loser and you kept pissing hot and you couldn't even do PT. Are you serious? You freaking slept with your dead brother's wife, you freaking chump. You're a meth head. You're a crackhead. You left 3 laptops at a pawn shop, a computer repair shop. And you were so zonked out of your mind that you forgot about them for what, a year?
White Christians.
And interestingly enough, some of the things on that laptop involved little girls who were not clothed, who are not your daughters. Explain that, Hunter. You are saying the only reason that Donald Trump met Melania was because of Jeffrey Epstein connections? No, they met at a fashion week in 1998 through a modeling agent. Had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. You need to retract your statement. My First Lady has been very kind, very sweet, and very accommodating with her response to your lies and your blatant, very blatant libel and defamation. She sent you a letter, and you on that interview said, F that. F that. I know I'm right. No. How the hell would you know anything? Matter of fact, there, Hunter Biden, you said in that interview things like you had firsthand accurate information, like you knew from firsthand information. How would you know? Were you the one who was associated with Jeffrey Epstein? Because that's not talked about. Were you the one who was on Little St. James Island on more than one occasion? Are you trying to throw shade on Donald Trump and Melania Trump to deflect from what you did? Because Ghislaine Maxwell is now testifying, and she is now spilling the beans on individuals who were actually part of that evil cabal, who did horrible, evil things to little kids. Are you the one who was on Little St. James Island, Hunter Biden? But you're trying to deflect and make it seem like, Melania Trump. No. Don't you even speak my first lady's name, you putrid, disgusting lowlife. You've never done anything. None of you. You're all losers. All of you. You paraded around on Air Force One trying to pretend that you're royalty. You're shit. Every last one of you. Every one of you, except Little Navy. That was the only thing you ever did right. You have had your chance to retract your statement, and it's too late now. You're going to be sued. I hope the First Lady sues you for $50 billion.
The thing is,
and you are all made to be
that guy running for mayor there,
it's got what you deserve.
Millions of backing dollars.
You should be made
Soros
completely
and the Muslim Brotherhood
broke
and all that.
And bankrupt.
They want to get their foot in the door.
All you have done to hurt this country and the people who are American citizens.
Too.
So
they desperately want them.
Is it you, Hunter? Is it you who were on Little St. James Island? Is it you who have the ties to Jeffrey Epstein, and now you feel like you got to say something because Ghislaine Maxwell is talking? Is it you? Keep my First Lady's name out of your mouth. You and that disgusting KKK clan, that evil brood of nasty, disgusting vomit you call a family. Don't even speak her name. Amen. She's too classy for you to. Don't even think about her because you're disgusting.
Yes, these are little kids.
Freak.
Like father, like son, I tell you that. I'm going to end with this one, and this is one Gregory's going to like. It's about the illegal aliens truck driver killing a family of three, and he injured many others.
Illegal alien from India kills 3 American citizens in the state of Florida because he made an illegal U-turn on a service turn that he would do in his country that we don't do here. We're not allowed to do that. We don't do that here.
I don't even know that.
There are signs everywhere for a reason. The dude of course, he don't speak no damn English.
Stupid.
There were 2 people in the truck. And when he had looked back and saw the carnage and devastation he caused, he was just like, oh, well, crap, But it doesn't, these individuals should not be given commercial driver's licenses, period.
Amen. Period.
Now, see, this is just yet another aspect of how the companies have fleeced the system, and how
Reagan was originally a Democrat.
Have continued to come here and take jobs away from American citizens because they make lower wages. Okay, but you're killing American citizens. This happened not too long ago in Colorado. Actually, it happens quite a bit in Colorado. But see, they don't want the public knowing about it because it destroys their narrative. We had one, a few years back, this illegal alien caused like a 10-car pileup on I-70 West. And he couldn't read the signs, of course, because, don't read, speak, write English. So he just kept going, bombing west on I-70, and it was ice and snow. And we have these ramps that are along the I-70 corridor heading west. Because in the winter, it gets really gnarly. and you can go up the ramp if you if your brakes give out in your truck. And when you go up the ramp, it kind of keeps you from, running into a bunch of people. He couldn't read the freaking signs, so of course he crashed and caused the death of like 6 people. It might have been more than that, but there was like this big thing in Colorado where all these people got together, these liberals, of course, because they're insane. But all these
They
people got
are.
together to raise a bunch of money for him and his illegal alien
Isn't it
girlfriend and their
insane?
little anchor babies. And they
It is
raised money. I think
absolutely
Kim
insane.
Kardashian got involved. It was crazy. The judge had sentenced him to like 100 years in prison. And of course, this kooky Governor Squishy, Jared Polis, stepped in and got it reduced to like 10 years. So this dude's getting ready to get out of prison. Probably time served. He probably already out. And he'll just be, reinstalled into society. So it's happening in Colorado because Colorado has been issuing commercial driver's licenses and regular driver's license to illegal aliens. And I know they are because I was just in the DMV last week. And yes, there are signs everywhere, specific instructions for, quote, non-citizens. Because, they refuse to call them what they actually are, which is illegal aliens. Anyway, this fool from India made an illegal U-turn and just caused a crash and killed 3 people. He had no remorse, no look on his face. And that's the problem. These people come from third world countries where human life does not mean much. So he's just looking like, oh, well, this sucks. I'm going to be late. Anyway, California gave him the driver's license. So Gavin Newsom, aka Patrick Bateman, serial killer, it's your fault. You and the Secretary of State issuing driver's licenses to illegal aliens, it's your fault. The Florida, what is this? Highway Safety Motor Vehicles issues a statewide news release because so many people were talking about this, they had to say something. And already, see, Governor DeSantis already took that away quite a while ago. They are not, in Florida, you cannot give any type of ID at all or driver's licenses of any kind to illegal aliens. Ron DeSantis did that a while back. Okay, so this statewide news release is titled "Illegal U-Turn Truck Driver Arrested for Vehicular Homicide." Put him in CCOT. Put him in CCOT in El Salvador. We don't need to be the ones taking care of his bitch ass for the next 100 years. Send him to CCOT. Okay? So this is the problem. All of the violins come out. Oh, this poor guy, poor him, poor him. What about the people who are American citizens who are not going to be here for Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year this year? What about these grieving families? Don't pull no violins out for this illegal alien. We're done with the violin concertos for foreign nationals who are not supposed to be here. There's going to be a reckoning for all these governors who support this and who have been doing this, like the governor of Colorado, the Secretary of State. What's that giant bedraggled sea hag? Oh yeah, Jenna Griswold. There's going to be a reckoning for these individuals because American citizens are sick of this shit. We don't need
That's
these
an
people
interesting
here.
idea, Gregory.
They need to go.
I think the
Thank
Democrats
you,
would
ICE,
do
for what you're
anything
doing.
and
Get them up
everything.
out of here.
I'm not sure if JFK or he could raise the money though that it takes to do it. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably, maybe. That's an interesting idea, Gregory. All right. Programming note: Gregory is planning on coming on with me tomorrow at 6 p.m. and we're going to be talking about a lot of topics. 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Okay, on Sunday. All right. God bless everyone. See you tomorrow. I got some more clips, so I'll play them in the next one. All right. Take care. God bless everyone. Have a wonderful evening and wonderful Saturday and Sunday. I gotta find the right button here. Okay. See you soon.